The topic is listening to yourself, and I think it's a relevant topic because this is something we so often don't do out of often fear or desire if we really trace it back. So I will start with the moments that we don't listen to ourselves. They often appear when we find something else more important. So when we think that we need to please something or someone, so that the situation or person stays with us. And then we tend to override our own feelings, our own inner guidance, you could call it as well, our own intuition or our own bodily sensations in order to make someone else or something else happy. And this is where we ourselves tend to start to become a little bit unhappy. Because you might have noticed that when you're really in tune and in touch with yourself, and you're really following your own inner voice and inner knowing of what you truly want and need in each and every given moment, you start to feel more aligned, more on track, that you're alive and really here doing what you're here for. And when we give this power away um, to something or someone, then there might be a feeling of disconnect, a feeling of not being on track, not being fully here, running behind ourselves, just a little bit, like something is a little bit off, but we often don't know exactly what. And we don't want to look at it because something else is more important. So that is a train that many of us are in. Um, and it might not be easy at first to step out of it all the time because we have all these attachments, these desires and fears that keep us in our conditioning of the past. And this is very understandable because we've been learning that sometimes if we follow our own feelings, our own intuition, someone might leave because they don't feel connected to that, or the situation might change, which we may experience as a loss temporarily. But often something more beautiful comes out of that. When we stay in line with ourselves, we start to attract that which we feel is more connected, more true to ourselves. And this can be risky. It can feel like just throwing yourself in the open waters. And it's beautiful. It's an act of surrender, an act of love to yourself and to the world too. Because eventually everyone and everything will benefit from you being with yourself, listening to yourself, being in harmony with yourself. So the funny part is that it often gives us the opposite of what we expect. So we might think that something or someone leaves when we are true to ourselves, but often then the people and situations that we want the most, they stay the most or they come the most because they feel they start to resonate with that frequency of yourself, which you vibrate more out. And there are many ways, many approaches to start listening to yourself more. Sometimes it can come through like really as a voice, as an inner whisper of a knowing what you need to do. But more frequently it comes through as a feeling or even a bodily sensation. So we might all know this feeling of a little bit uncomfortable, like something is just a bit off. Like you don't know exactly what, but something is there. And this is often your inner being, your deeper self telling you, hey, look, you're not completely in line with yourself. You're not completely in harmony with what your inner being, wants. It can also come as a really physical sensation in the body, like even disease is dis-ease. Your body literally communicating to you that you're off balance. Pains, tensions, contractions in the body, they let you know that very simple things, even that you're maybe not sitting well. It can be like the simplest things to the most complicated things.